So let's go for a drive. We're not going far. We've got to go back and get Yasmin. I've just had a peach. A peach. Oh, that battery sounds a bit low. Right. Right. Get the glasses on. I'm going to let that man pull out first. So guys, welcome to Defending Elvis. I haven't notified anyone. It's a very beautiful summer's day. I've loved it. I've been for a run, I've been for a weightlifting, I've been for a walk, walked the dog, been for a drive, been shopping to Morrison's, and right, let's go. The weather is literally perfect. Ooh. The weather is perfect. My God, these supermarkets got mine. Do you think you're gonna crash into someone? Let's go slow, go slow. So it's only a 10-minute drive, so I'm gonna title this live drive I'm in a VW T5.1. It's a 2011 van. I've had it for 6 years, nearly 7 years I think, and generally it's been very good. It's only broke down once, which I fixed. So we've been doing some different videos. I'm trying to not just do defending, I'm also trying to just talk about just nice stuff to do with Elvis and Lisa and Riley as well. Yeah. Now we stumbled across Gates of Graceland video that just discusses Elvis's all the different things that Elvis did for charity, and there were a lot. Elvis would give to 50 charities every Christmas, but he did a lot more than that. That was just in his local area, I think. Elvis, one of the things that stood out in this live, was it live? No, it wasn't a live, it was a video that I posted on the video channel, and we went live in the comments, yeah? So, where are we? Let's see if I can go over. Shouldn't really be doing that, but Elvis was born to give. This was the thing. When I was watching Sam Brown, was it, and Angie Marquez from Gracelands, who she has a dream job, doesn't she, guys? A job that we would all love. But Elvis really was born to give. So obviously we know that Elvis gave cars, gave homes, gave motorbikes, gave a lot of jewelry away, gave a lot of money away, cash. He would just give people cash. The number one thing that I think Elvis gave to the world was his love and his talents. So I think his love shone through his talent. Does that make sense? So when I say give his love, well, when Elvis was singing, that was love. When Elvis was smiling to his audience, or on TV to the world, because Elvis would smile to the world. When Elvis shot to fame, remember those old black and white TV clips? There was a little show that he did, wasn't there? There was a few things that Elvis did when he first became famous, before Colonel Tom Parker decided it was more profitable to keep Elvis under wraps. Initially, Elvis loved the stardom, wanted to be on TV, wanted to perform, loved performing, couldn't. When Elvis hit it big, when Elvis hit the big time, part of how Elvis gave was the love that came through his music, Elvis's essence that came through his music, through his body language, his facial expressions, look in his eyes. Do you get that, guys? Now, when I first discovered Elvis and saw him for the first time on TV, of course I was spellbound by how beautiful the music was. Of course I was, yeah. His perfect voice. A voice that really resonated with me and just altered me and made me feel special, made me feel different, enlightened me, lifted me, changed my mood, almost hypnotized me. But then when I saw Elvis in movies, TV clips, I was mesmerized by how handsome he was. This friendly person on TV that could sing like an angel, that looked like he wanted to be there, looked like he wanted to share his talent, his voice, his smile. He had beautiful teeth. Sorry guys, that's the phone ringing. Can you still hear me? I hope so, because I know when the phone rings, it tends to make the video stop hearing me, which is annoying, and it's going to probably ring again. But Elvis had this hypnotic way of looking through the camera to the world, to his audience at home, on TV, in the cinema screens, and we were just blown away by how can this man look so amazing, sing so amazing. Elvis had it all. So I think the biggest gift that we got from Elvis was the love that shone through him as a singer, as a man, as a human being, his good looks, his charm, his personality. I feel that we, the public, the fans that fell in love with Elvis, male and female, because the men loved Elvis as much as the women. We felt Elvis. He transformed us. We wanted to be like him. We hoped and dreamed to be as handsome as he was, to sing like he did, but not just that, to walk like he did, to dress like he did, to act like he did, to smile like he did. Elvis, it was a God-given ability where no matter where he was, he changed the molecules of, not just in the same room, it could be in a movie theater, it could be watching him on TV, in a news clip, it could be reading about him in a tabloid. There was just something about Elvis, you couldn't take your eyes off him. You literally couldn't take your eyes off him. It was like, it was almost like an out-of-body experience. I remember how I felt when I first listened to Elvis. Obviously, I just found Elvis in the magazines. I would go to my local news agents and buy an Elvis magazine. Obviously sometimes he was in the tabloids. I very quickly discovered Elvis on the movies, and I used to rush home to watch Elvis at home with my family, with my dad, my mum, my brothers, my sisters. It was a big moment for me. If Elvis was coming on, it was like, right, I know what I'm doing for the next 2 hours. And then after I would get off from watching Elvis, I would go up to my bedroom and I would brush my hair, gel my hair. In those days we used Brill cream, didn't we? So for me, I would turn my collar up, roll my jeans up. I would just brush my hair over and over again, over and over again. I just wanted to be like Elvis, but that's how it affected me as a man, as a young man, you know, I was 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, even when I went into my teenage years and my 20s, 30s and 40s, I just wanted to be like Elvis. Now, could you imagine how the women felt? The women fell in love with Elvis, his personality, a very sexy man with a beautiful voice. You fell in love with the voice as well as the man. Elvis had the personality and the charm and the charisma and the essence to back it up. And then you hear that Elvis is a Christian man, a religious man who loves gospel. It just added to the love that we had for him. We knew that in his heart he was a good man, a man with a golden heart, the kindest, caring man. And as Tom Brown says, and Angie Marquez, he was born to give. He was born to give. Elvis was born to give. So, doesn't that say a lot about Elvis? He was born to give. Not just houses and cars and money. In every way. He gave himself on TV. He gave himself in the movies. He gave himself in the tabloids. He gave himself on movie sets with the co-stars. Elvis was so kind to the co-stars, to the fellow people that were making movies with him. He was so kind and generous with his own girlfriends, the different girlfriends he had. He was the same with Priscilla. He was very kind, very loving and giving, even with Priscilla. Could you imagine the life that Priscilla walked into? Yeah? Do you get what I'm saying, guys? This man, and it wasn't an effort. This is what I think with Elvis. It wasn't an effort. He did it without trying. It came naturally. Elvis was just being Elvis. Yeah? So I think many of the modern people, you know, the non-Elvis fans, I don't think they get it. I think you only get Elvis the way that we do as fans. You only get him if he has, let me just get over here before I go, if he has affected you in the way, and it doesn't happen to everyone. It's like, I'll give you an example. So I'm just trying to see what time it is. What time is it, guys? Richie boy, what time is it? Richie boy, what time is it? So Richie boy is a classic example. Elvis completely transformed his life, even at a very tender age. 6:06. Okay, so I got 10 minutes. I'm gonna have a chat with you guys while I wait. Richie boy is a great I'm gonna have to go. Right, okay, Richie boy is a great example. A very young man. He goes to Memphis. He goes to Gracelands. He's got pictures. I think you were a teenager. Were you a teenager, Richie boy? He discovers Elvis. It changes his life forever. And we're all here 40 odd years later. We still love Elvis. This is how Elvis affected all of us. All of us here now, the people that will watch this live stream later. We were transformed by Elvis. Elvis, as Sam Brown says, it was for your 30th birthday. It's still amazing. As Sam Brown says and Angie Marquez says, Elvis was born to give. And Elvis gave every ounce of his body. Elvis gave every ounce of his being. Every single part of Elvis he gave to his fans. In every way. To his fans, to his family, to the people that to his fans, to his family, to anybody that knew him, anybody that knew Elvis, anyone that came into contact with Elvis, Elvis gave 100% of himself to them, didn't he? Not just to the fans, to everybody. Yeah, whoever worked for him, whoever lived with him, grew up with him, whoever he met. It could be Muhammad Ali, James Brown, it could be anybody. I've seen so many interviews of different people that were blown away by meeting Elvis, whose their own lives were transformed just through meeting Elvis. You know, you've even got people like the Beatles who admit that Elvis changed everything for them. The Beatles wouldn't exist if it wasn't for Elvis. This is the effect Elvis had on everyone. He changed everyone forever. The world was never the same again. The world was never the same again with Elvis. Elvis, the most giving man in every way you can possibly imagine. I gotta go, guys, because my son's trying to ring me. Take care, guys. Love you all.